Get ready, get set. It's a first look with the Oh Brother podcast. Welcome back to another first look with the Oh Brother podcast. Mike, we're back. We're going to do a first look on Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
Now, I remember after, I think this was greenlit pretty soon after Black Phone came out.
Which my first of all, let me ask you this up front. Which came first, the Jester or the Black Phone?
That's a great question. Now, tell the folks who aren't familiar what you're talking about.
The Jester is another horror franchise. Well, it was a horror movie. I'm assuming it's going to come back. And we had the director on our show because we enjoyed the film.
Yeah, Colin Rawchuk. Shout out to Colin.
He was great, nice guy. And then we met the Jester. So nothing gets me juiced for Spooky Empire, which is coming up in a couple of weeks.
It is.
More than Black Phone. And the Jester and the guy, Ethan Hawke, plays this character that wears a mask. I swear one of them ripped off the other. But we know from talking to Colin that his Jester mask came from like
way back
a novelty store.
Well, and his original concept for that feature film that he ultimately got made, it goes back.
Right. He did a bunch of shorts.
Exactly right. But it's the Black Phone mask is great regardless.
And it was so funny when we were at Spooky Empire and we see a guy in the costume, but it was the guy.
Yeah. And what was crazy about it was that that film was shot in a city that I lived in Maryland for 12 years.
Right. And didn't we have, we did. We had a young actor. She was fantastic. She had a small part in the film, but she came on the show.
Mary Jane Pentney. Shout out to Mary Jane. Yep. She's fantastic.
I have to check in on her career, see what she's
fantastic.
doing.
Well, she's following us and we're following her on Instagram. Good. And you can follow her on Instagram if you want.
Very likable.
She's fantastic, young woman and aspiring actress for sure. But yeah, I remember when I heard there was a Black Phone 2, I'm like, is this a film you can make a sequel to? I mean, it is in the sense, of course, that, Jason and Michael Myers, but I don't view this in the same way because this is just, it's not quite the same thing. It's not a paranormal kind of situation,
right?
Supernatural character, right?
And my memory was he was killed at the end of it. That's what I remember more than anything.
Well, okay. Again, Michael Myers, like it,
right?
But
are they going to go that supernatural route, or are they going to explain it some other way?
I don't know. You really have to hope. Now, of course, Ethan Hawke stars in the film, and
I got to tell you before you even go, when you said we were going to do this, before we came out, I just jumped on Amazon and ordered it. So I'll be sending you a digital code in 2 days for Black Phone.
Oh, I thought we had that one in our collection already.
Ooh, let me know so I can.
I will, because I think I might have it. But yeah, we'll double check when we get wrapped on the first look. We'll do that. But
okay.
But yeah, so that's my biggest thing. I mean, I really feel like the story has to be so solid with this for me to buy in and get on board for a sequel, because I hope it's not just, well, the other one did well and
I glanced at the trailer and I think it's different, and we'll talk about it.
This is a first look,
right? But so I kind of
looking at the trailer. It's a
first look, I took a first look. Well, you sent it to me. This first sneak.
Mike we forgot to mention, Mike has a separate series on his own podcast and his own channel called First Glance with Mike Smith from the Oh Brother podcast. All right.
No, but
without further ado, let's get to the trailer and see what's doing here with this one. And then we'll chat it up once we've kind of seen it through here.
That looks Blair Witch.
Great Alice in Chains song, Mike. The Rooster.
Okay, they're the victims, I think.
I had a bad dream.
Is that one of the kids from the original? This is much more than I saw.
Hello, Finney. Did you think our story was over? You're dead. You, of all people, know that dead is just a word.
Oh, that's cool.
Is he
I like that.
skating?
Yeah, I like that.
He's here.
What the
Vengeance is mine.
Ooh, he's taking that jaw piece off.
Mhm. Ooh, right before Spooky.
Yes. Wow. So, okay. So, now when you think back to the first one, Mike, you remember Finney, the character you just saw there from the first one.
Is that the same actor?
Same actor. Yeah. In
Okay.
fact,
He
it's,
grew up.
yeah, Finney is Mason Thames. Sorry.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, he
Now,
grew up, man.
nah, I mean, yeah, somewhat, but
Thought he
I
was a
mean,
lot
that's not,
younger in the
no,
first one.
it's not that dramatic. But, um, you remember that he was in that basement
Correct.
talking to like ghosts of other victims.
On this phone.
Right. So
And they
there
were
is
trying to
that.
tell him how to escape.
Correct. There is that kind of element, I guess. We're talking about paranormal, supernatural, whatever. So
Right.
is this like, is he dead and he's coming back to sort of kill and haunt them in their dreams or something? Now, here's the synopsis on IMDb. As Finn, now 17, struggles with life after his captivity, his sister begins receiving calls in her dreams from the black phone and seeing disturbing visions of three boys being stalked at a winter camp known as Alpine Lake. Okay, I'm on board with that.
Okay.
I kind of like
So,
that.
yeah, this and really, like, a payphone, you can't find a payphone anywhere, and
Let
here's
alone a
one out in the
black
middle
phone.
of yeah, here's one
Yeah.
out in the middle of, like, Alaska, or wherever the hell they're shooting. Um, but yeah, so I don't know, is this in her mind? Is this real?
Well, it says in her dreams.
Right.
So, yeah.
So maybe
Wow.
he is dead.
And I'm a sucker for, and this kind of gave me the Shining vibes. It gave me some of the Shining vibes with the winter and all of that. And
That first
him
shot looks
skating in
so,
was very cool.
that first shot looks so much like, I said it when it came on. Now I
Which
can't think of the name. The
of the,
opening just before that kid's face.
oh, in here.
Right there, Blair Witch.
Oh,
Doesn't that
yes.
look like the Blair Witch Project?
Sure, that found footage kind of approach to
Yeah,
filmmaking. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. But, yeah, it's cool. It's better than I thought. So I'm like, okay, because remember, I'm like, how is this? What? But
right.
like any film like this, you're gonna have to suspend disbelief, right, to a
Yeah,
certain degree.
because in the original, he kidnaps. He's a kidnapper.
Well, his character's called the Grabber.
Right, right, and he
Yeah,
kidnaps these kids. So seeing, adults or these kids as adult
yeah.
is that's a different vibe right there.
This is my favorite
That
sequence,
was
I think. Him
interesting.
skating through the fog on a pond. That's very cool. That's
What has
pretty
he got? Is it a chainsaw in
he
his
had a
hand?
hatchet, remember? Because he smashes through the phone booth in the sequence right
Oh,
after
that's
this.
right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. See right there, you can see the blade
Okay.
of the axe or the
Well,
hatchet
I
there.
know we're gonna see this.
Oh yeah, for sure, and it's Ethan Hawke, so I mean, you
Right.
get no
I like
complaints
Ethan
there.
Hawke.
Yeah, but man, that mask is creepy. There's no question about it. Well, October 17, 2025, as you said, hopefully we will be just days away from our next appearance at Spooky Empire. So if you're going to be in the Orlando area around that time, we would hope to see
And
you there.
what is Spooky Empire for
Well,
people who
Spooky
don't know?
Empire is like the Comic Con of horror.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic convention, and they have now like 3 a year. So as you mentioned, there's one coming up as of this recording in just a couple weeks here in
But the
June.
one in October is
That
literally
is
Halloween.
and it's on Halloween weekend, so
Yeah.
it's big deal. But
Yep.
well, there you go, folks. Black Phone 2, October 17th, 2025. It's going to do it for another first look with the Oh Brother podcast. Been your host, Dan Smith. Alongside me, as always, my brother from the same mother, Mike Smith, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.